Hey guys, it's Dave from v1.1. I'm just going to talk about one of these models that are coming out for the Kickstarter for Jovian Wars. Let me show you an image of what these models look like. So the new models are the Constantinople, the Birmingham Fleet Carrier, the Majestic Fleet Carrier, and the Alexander Destroyer. The model I'm going to talk about this time is the Birmingham. The Birmingham is a Sega ship, or the Central Earth Government ship, and this is how they send their fleets to fight. It's a fleet carrier, so we know what that means. It's going to carry a lot of exos and fighters. It's a capital ship. It's a large base, 2 inches by 4 inches. Its speed is 4. It's pretty slow. You got a lot of mass to move. It has a skill rating of 3. Now this is actually a really impressive stat, because skill rating 3 lets you do some things you normally can't do with your regular skill rating of 2. It has fire control 3, which is a little on the low side for a large ship, but you can see there's some things that give it a bit of an advantage. It has 6 structure, which is huge. It's very hard to destroy this ship. It has a lot of endurance. You have to be careful not to let people ambush it with several ships all at once, but if you can keep it back from the fight, it'll have a big effect all game long. Its weapons are kinetic cannons. They have the link trait. They're targeted, so they can fire all around with 4 dice against capital ships, or 4 dice against exos. It's accurate, does a lot of damage. Because it has the link trait, you can use 1 fire control rating to fire both these weapons as long as it's at the same target. And normally you want to do that anyway. You pick one target that has a lot of exos or fighters along the same path. Kinetic cannons let you fire at 1 target and then also shoot at every target that's between you. So that allows you to roll multiple extra attacks. It's quite a powerful trait. We have kinetic cannon, rear facing, with 4 dice and 4 dice. So if someone gets around behind you, you can do even more damage with all the turrets. And it has ACS missiles, anti-capital ship missiles, 2 times, which means it has 2 weapons, forward firing with 4 dice against capital ships and 2 dice against exos and fighters. So having 2 weapons of this type means it can fire this weapon twice. It's not linked, so it'll take you 2 fire control to fire them each. That's usually more. If your target has had all of its point defense removed, that's when you want to fire your missiles at it. So, let's look at its systems. Point defense, 5. Pretty good. That's an excellent defense. Until those get reduced a bit, you're going to have very good defense against bombing runs and any exos. Plus, if someone tries to swarm you with exos or fighters, you can always use this to move your ship up and unleash 5 dice against them with a special action of engage point defense. 3 sensors, fairly long range. Thrusters is 3, somewhat maneuverable. You have to watch out once you take some damage though. And 6 Marines. 6 Marines means you're going to be against pretty much all boarding actions. You're not worried. Your ship will probably be destroyed before you're at risk for boarding actions. But it's good to know, because if an enemy ship comes close to you, you always have the option of using your special action to send some Marines over. Try to capture the ship. It's worth a lot of victory points if you do that. Next up, let's look at the traits. We have the catapults. Catapults allow models, exos, and fighters that you're launching, either from reserve or from your hangars, to move an extra 6, to be placed 6 inches away from you. Hangars 4, which means it can have 4 squads of exos in its hangars at a time, getting repaired, getting ready to turn around, go back out. It has a ring module, which defends it against enemy boarding attacks. It helps in the defense. Plus, it gives you a lot of hard points. And the Birmingham is a fleet carrier, so what it wants to do a lot of repairs on exos. You want to buy yourself some extra parts containers, some extra cargo, maybe some extra fuel so you can move faster just in a pinch if you need to. You can buy multiples of those traits. You can have extra fuel, extra parts containers, hang on. And if you want, you can even add on some extra guns. So maybe you want to add on a couple extra guns and then link them up with the other kinetic cannons that are available, and you can get an even more powerful attack. It has the sluggish trait, so you have to be careful, because a model with a sluggish trait can only turn at the end of its move. So you're going to be very predictable about where you're moving with this ship. People are going to know, because you'll turn, and they'll say, okay, where's the ship going to be next turn? I can line up for a good shot. And lastly is Stock 2. The Stock 2 is just a trait that says it already has one module, the ring module. Because of its size, with 6 structure, it could have up to 3 modules. So it already has one, so you're only allowed to add 2 more modules. Good modules for this ship would be an extra ring module for even more hard points. You may want to add a cargo module, comes with extra parts, without taking up any of your basic hard points. Depends on how many points you want your ship to cost. You can really just pack it full of parts for your exos and be fixing them really quickly and getting them back out, cycling them faster. Its threat value is 80, so this is a good medium range. You can fit this into a fleet very easily. And with 4 or 8 exo squads cycling through its hangars getting repaired, this ship could be a linchpin for a fleet easily, just by itself. Place it with some other ships and you have quite a powerful option. Okay, please check out the Kickstarter. These ships are available now. We haven't quite funded yet, but we should be funding any day now, and we'll be updating with even more ships as they become available. Thank you.